questions, then you can ask.
Sanjay, I joined a little late.
Okay.
Mentioning the benefits of Aum Chanting. Few of them I was able to pick up.
Okay.
Just want to know some.
I will just repeat it for you. First one is that disease goes away. Second, idleness. Third is doubt.
Doubt.
Yeah. Doubt is when you are unable to decide. You are moving between two options. Should I do this or should I do that? Carelessness, when the mind is not attentive. Carelessness. Over-attachment. Some people develop an over-attachment to certain things in life. They are unable to control. Confusion. Inability to hold on to an idea or an object of desire. So when you are trying to hold on to some idea, the idea is not being held by you. Ideas are constantly changing. Your objects of desire are constantly changing. It happens to some children who are not able to choose their career or their subjects. The mind keeps on wavering. Laziness.
Now, what is the difference between idleness and laziness? You mentioned one point as idleness.
Idleness means you are not doing anything, just sitting. You are idle. Laziness means you have a tendency of being lazy and not doing it. No, if you look at them very closely, they're different. Idleness is you are remaining idle about it. You're not doing anything about it. So you have the ability to do. There is no laziness also, but you don't want to do it. You are idle about it. Laziness is susti, lethargy. Any work which is given to you, these kind of people would be lazy, lethargic.
You know that you have to do that, and you know how to do also, yet you don't do. That is laziness.
That's right. That's right. Procrastination can also be a part of laziness. Not wanting to do it now, Then we come to instability. This usually hits those people who generally have very stable lives, have very stable mind. But suddenly they go in a down phase for some time. So this down phase can be countered with Aum Chanting. And second, that down phase can be avoided by continuous Aum Chanting. Then sorrow. Sorrow, as we all know, is dukkha. So dukkha goes away. In fact, if you study the Yoga Sutras and even the Sankhya, the purpose of both of them is to remove human sorrow. And Sankhya, the first karika, the first, you can say the scriptural text, talks about sorrow, the three kinds of sorrow, their causes, and how they can be removed. So sorrow can only go when you remove your mind-body identification. So when you remove your mind-body identification, then you are going into the Atma, you are going into the Purusha, you are going into a higher form of it. And this automatically leads to removal of sorrow. Because when you transcend to the Purusha state, to the soul state, to the Atma state, then you are automatically in eternal bliss. All sorrow goes away. So that is the purpose of yoga. And for removal of that sorrow, Ishvara plays a major part, and Om is a representative symbol of Ishvara. So when you are chanting Om and you are remembering Ishvara, Ishvara will keep on coming closer and closer to you, and you will find sorrow slowly moving away from you. You will become a much more happier person. You will become a much more joyful person, healthier person. Those kind of benefits will start happening. Then depression. Depression, as we all know today, is pretty spread out, and even depression goes away. Unsteadiness of the body. Now, there is a mind body combination. So, when you are able to steady the mind, you are automatically able to steady the body. If your mind has some kind of unsteadiness about it, then the body will show that unsteadiness. Yeah, Shamluji, I have a written version of this. I will send it to you. And the last is irregular breathing. Irregular breathing also may happen because of the mental state, because mind and breath are connected. Mind, body, and breath, in fact, all three are connected. So when the mind is not stable, when the mind is not peaceful, when the mind is not balanced, your breathing would be erratic. Yeah, so all of this, bringing it to peace, is done through chanting of the Om mantra, the Om syllable.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Any other question? You may ask. You may freely ask. There is no. If you want to ask, just unmute yourself and ask.
Sorry, sir. When I joined late today, I somehow, being a Sunday, I couldn't catch you on time. I just want to know how many times should we chant Om, and what is the means? Is it up to us individually, or is there a specified time?
I personally would say to begin with, do it for at least 15 minutes a day. And if you are able to chant it, it's good. If you find inability to chant it, then listen to that chant. Because listening also impacts. As I told you, when the Om is being chanted, different frequencies of the human audio spectrum are generated. All of them, in fact. And all of them go inside through the ear. And where do they go and get stored? They go and get stored in the chitta. Chitta is where all the memories are, where all the sanskaras are. So if you are able to give in a signal to the chitta on a regular basis, which is flat, which covers all the frequency ranges, then that flat signal of Om covers up all the sanskaras. So old sanskaras slowly, steadily start going away. And you will find the mind in a better state, in a more balanced state, in a more peaceful state. So if you're not able to chant, it's all right. Listen to it. It will work this way also. And if you're able to chant, then what will happen? You will find when you are saying, chanting Om, when you're in the last portion of the Ma, with your mouth closed, there would be a vibration in your skull. And this vibration goes right up to the brain. And in the brain is the pineal gland. It is a very small gland, size of a overgrown rice grain, but a very powerful gland. So this gland, you can say, is sleeping. It is surrounded by some calcium particles which are solid. So this gland is not operational. But when you chant Om, the vibration of Ma towards the end, when it goes to the skull, when it starts vibrating the pineal gland and the calcium compounds around it. So the pineal gland becomes free. And when it becomes free, it starts acting. And when it starts acting, the transmission and the reception to different planes of human existence or beyond start happening. You reach into the higher levels of consciousness. And even pranayam, what pranayam does is, pranayam is essential for mind control. So what does pranayam do? Scientists have found when pranayam is done, then cerebrospinal fluid is pushed up the spinal column and goes to the spinal cords, and they enter the brain. And when they enter the brain, they go past the pineal gland and they tickle it, they arouse it. And slowly, steadily, the pineal gland becomes active. So pranayam activates the pineal gland. Aum chanting activates the pineal gland. And once the pineal gland is activated, then that chemical melatonin comes out. It's a very powerful chemical. It has many, many benefits. I have just listed down a few of them. Then you find changes happening in your life. Now, how does it normally happen? You see, normally our consciousness is at the lower level of the body. We are connected to the gross objects of the world. But once we are able to raise our consciousness, it crosses the heart chakra, it crosses the throat chakra, it crosses the eye chakra, and it comes up. Then it goes to the pineal gland. And there it triggers higher consciousness. So now such a person has a tremendous capacity of intuition. He has a tremendous capacity of receiving knowledge downloads. It will probably happen in his sleep. He will feel some yogi or some sadhu, some powerful spiritual entity has come and is answering his questions, is guiding him. So these kind of things happen. That has been mentioned in Patanjali Yoga Sutras also. And it gives peace to that person. So everything is interconnected. And that is the beauty of the whole system, that our yogis were able to figure it out. At least they were able to figure out the effect of it. And they were able to figure out the cause of it. So they might not know the exact science of it. कि मेलेटोनिन होता है ये शायद नहीं मालूम हुआ, लेकिन pineal gland होता है ये शायद नहीं मालूम हुआ. But they knew the cause and effect connection. And this brought about major changes in that society there. Yeah. Any other question?
So when you chant, is it natural for any image to come up in the mind? Because Om itself does not have any image. Om, one just while chanting Om, one may think of the letters Om. Or can you associate that with any image, either deliberately or automatically?
Okay. You have to understand that the basic purpose is to concentrate the mind, to bring the mind to one place. If you are doing two things, if you have an image and if you have a sound, and your body is chanting, then you have three. You have to pay attention to the chanting process. You have to pay attention to what is being chanted, and you have to pay attention to the image which you are generating in your mind. So to me, it is not advisable. It is better that you stick on to one simple thing, that would be listening to the sound while chanting. Because listening to the sound while chanting also does good things. Or else, what you can do is, while you are chanting or listening, this is something which I do. I go through these definitions of Ishvara given by Patanjali. Right? I have to be in Ishwara Pranidhana. I have to have a commitment to Ishwara. So I tell him, I have a commitment to you. I have a commitment to you right from my first life, which was somewhere in the beginningless beginning. And I have a commitment to you till the endless end. I'm always there. Okay, I'm willing to sacrifice and do whatever you want. Second, he says that Ishvara is not in Prakriti. Ishvara has no sanskaras. Ishvara is a Param Purusha. Ishvara has no karmas. Ishvara has no kleshas on the path of yoga, no obstacles on the path of yoga. So I again tell him that. Third, I tell him that you are the ultimate source of all knowledge. Fourth, I tell him you are my eternal guru, what all Patanjali has spoken about. And then I do something additional also. Then I visualize that the Ishvara being invoked through Om is cleaning up my internal system. The 25 tattvas of Sankhya are being cleaned up by him, and I am becoming a pure soul. All my sanskaras have become pure because he has cleaned them up, or he has painted them white. So all the dirt of the earlier times has gone away. So this kind of visualization is something which I do, and I find it to be very powerful. But I don't, I mean, it is like watching a movie. It is like watching a movie, but then I'm not chanting, I'm listening to the chant. Okay. So it has worked for me. It has worked for me tremendously. You can try it out. And Patanjali
Sir,
also
can you
says,
please repeat this?
yeah, number one, that I am committed to Ishwara. Number two, that Ishwara is a supreme Purusha who is above Prakriti. There are no sanskaras to Ishwara, there are no karmas to Ishwara, there are no obstacles to Ishwara for yoga. Then he is the source of all knowledge, and he is my eternal guru. So when you visualize all this, you will start feeling a physical presence of that entity. You will start feeling connected. You will start feeling your pineal gland opening up. You will start feeling the intensity of the connection. Now that Ishvara is not something human. That Ishvara is not something in the space-time domain. He is beyond Prakriti, beyond space and time, and you are able to connect. That Ishvara is the source of all knowledge. All knowledge need not be in space and time. Knowledge is beyond space and time also. There are various other dimensions also of existence, apart from the four we normally find ourselves in. So, you will feel daily your pineal gland is opening up. You will feel daily your connection is at a higher and higher level, at a deeper and deeper level. You will feel as if you're talking and interacting with a far higher consciousness, far higher presence. And you will find him talking to you. You will find him guiding you. And you can even feel that there is a link through which knowledge flows from him to you. You will feel as if there is a pipe which is connecting you to him, and the knowledge is flowing whenever you require. You are connected. Yeah,
Thank you.
welcome. Any other question, or can we close?
No, just one thing. Will you give us a recorded version of this as well, of Om?
Yeah, you see, the recorded version of this video would be there on YouTube. We will be posting it in the group. Yeah, and that article, we'll be putting it up on our changedestiny.in website as a blog. So you'll have access to that also.
So could you please add me in the WhatsApp circle? I have registered in that link. The WhatsApp group in the circle.
I am not very familiar with that. Can you just, do you have my number?
No, sir, I don't have.
Okay, then you can note down my number.
Yes, sir.
98300
Yes.
41
Yes.
652.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Sanjay Mansukhani. You can just WhatsApp me. I will get it organized.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, if there are no more questions, then can we close?
So one last thing.
Yeah.
For optimum benefit, is it advisable in Brahma Murta, chanting in Brahma Murta?
Well, I'm not able to get you.
Is it for optimum benefit of this chanting?
Yeah.
Do we have to do it in Brahma Murta, morning 4:30 to 6?
Oh, okay. You see, any spiritual practice which you do in the Brahma Muhurta will have far higher benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whether it be chanting or Swadhyay or your prayers, all spiritual practice, if it can be done in the morning, in the Brahma Muhurat, nothing like it.
Thank you, sir.
Sanjay, is the Om chanting the only method to connect to the Ishvara, or the other forms of chanting mentioned by many others, can also use, like for instance, ISKCON says Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, or any other thing. Some people say Om Namah Shivaya, some people say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, or how is let's say Om and other mantras to connect to the ultimate? How are these?
Okay, it's a good question. Number one. Number two, Patanjali has defined Ishvara from a non-religious perspective. There is no Rama, no Shiva, no Vasudeva, okay, no Krishna, nothing. So because of this, his yoga, Patanjali yoga has spread, because it is a non-religious practice. It is not a Hindu practice. He has merely defined Ishvara as a supreme soul who is beyond nature. He has defined Ishvara as the ultimate source of knowledge. He has defined Ishvara as the foremost teacher of mankind. So he has not put any religious color to him. Okay. Now that does not mean that Shiva is not an Ishvara, Krishna is not an Ishvara, or Vasudeva is not an Ishvara. They are Ishwaras who have a personality. But Patanjali's Ishvara has no personality. He's not connected to a person. It's a concept. Okay.
So you can call this as a theory, the base on which all the other, say whatever, Vedanta or all other the religious belief are. Could we take it that way? Like he has defined how uh, Ishvara is. So this Ishvara doesn't have any, any physical or
Yeah.
attributes of a physical form. But
Yeah.
there it is eternal. It is has all the knowledge, and it
Yeah.
is affected by samskaras or karma. So
Yeah.
we say that this concept you can put in. Because we all see most of the Hindus see God as a form, form. See, Krishna these attributes, or Rama means has these attributes, or Lord Shiva has these attributes. So let's say these attributes got formed later on, the physical attributes associated to the Ishvara.
Okay. Now, I would like to give you another angle to this. Patanjali has defined yoga as yoga chitta vritti nirodha, which means all the vrittis have to go. Then you achieve the yoga. Then you become the infinite. Okay, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Right? Now, if you are looking at a form, then that form is an image, and that image will leave a sanskar. A yogi reaches the highest state of Kevalya when there are no sanskaras, when there are no images, when there are no memories, when there are no Rajasic or Tamasic thing there. Okay, only Sattva. And then Sattva you transcend to the Nirakar. So that is the way the yoga theory works. First of all, make yourself Sattvic and then move to Nirakar. Because Sattva by itself is formless. And the opposite of Sattva is Tamas. Tamas has form. So in the initial stages, vrittis may... Yeah, so in the initial stages, there might be vrittis which are good for you, there might be vrittis which are bad for you. So in the initial stage, worshipping a Shiva statue might be good for you because it is moving you on that path. But towards the end, when you are about to become spiritually completely realized, even that statue will become a burden. So he also has to go. So there's a story about Ramakrishna Paramahansa and Ma Kali. Ramakrishna Paramahansa was fascinated by Kali, he used to worship the idol of Kali, used to see Kali inside his eyes wherever he used to go. So one of his gurus, Totapuri, came and told him, you have to move from the form to the without form of Ishvara. And he helped him move out of the Kali image so he could transcend to the next higher image. That is no image. Then the mind is free of all sanskaras. Okay? And then you achieve Kevalya, the highest state of liberation.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
welcome. Yeah, anybody else? Or can we close? Fine, so let's close. Thank you, everybody. Namaskar. God bless you. We will meet again next Sunday. And in the meanwhile, we keep on doing courses on Patanjali Yoga Sutras and on Sankhya. We have 5 courses. These courses are on Sankhya, Samadhi Yoga, Siddhis, and also on liberation. So if you're interested, then you can contact us.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Raksha.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Yeah, Suresh, good morning.
Good morning, Sanjay.
How are you?
Yeah, all good. I'm outside actually.
Okay.
So that regarding you all discuss good one. That what you told about them. This form, no, God
Yeah.
form they created just to focus on that path. Correct.
That's right. That's right.
Need that is a dharna. You have to
Yeah.
tell them it is a dharna.
Yeah.
It is a dharna. When you dharna continuously go, no, then you
Yeah.
become jnana.
Yeah.
You can see a Shiva everywhere
Yeah.
after some time.
Yeah.
Right. Then
Right.
that's Shiva, and you will then later what will happen? You will be one up with Shiva. You become the Shiva.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a samadhi, correct?
Yeah. Right.
You
So
will,
that's Shivoham, you know.
so that you have to bring that level. The form is made because just to see their energy,
Yeah.
the good vibration.
Yeah.
So even you worship Shivalinga. Keep focusing on that is all our what is that? That is our root of birth. Shivalinga
Yeah.
is what root of birth.
Yeah.
Keep worshiping, then you find the universe in that,
That's
and
right.
you are in that. That is a point. This is what our Hindu philosophy says. There is no Shiva, Ishvara. This Shiva and all just to people understand. They made story.
Yeah.
Finally, nothing is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Sanjay.
Welcome, Suresh. Yeah.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, Suresh is MSc Yoga from Vivekananda University in Bangalore.
Yeah. So that's the people should understand what is the philosophy of Hindu and all. They should properly understand, no?
Yeah, yeah.
They will get a clear clarity of
Yeah,
what is
that's
God,
right.
the concept of God.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Sanjay. Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. Chalo, bye. Take care.
Bye, bye. Take care.
Yeah, so right then. So let's close. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ashima, nice to see you. But are you joining?
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Join us.
Okay, okay. Okay, take care. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless each one of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. God bless you.
Welcome. We have a professor here. Professor Mohan, would you like to say something? Yeah, the mic has to be unmuted.
Yeah, I did that.
Okay.
Sir, it is a great experience.
Okay.
I humbly say I am a fellow and faculty of communication, creativity, and life.
Okay.
I have started my journey about 23 years back in this spirituality.
Okay.
I did yoga. I did some advanced courses in yoga.
Okay.
So I teach also meditation.
Okay. Very good.
And today I upgraded myself as a fellow of meditation.
Okay.
So thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
I really wish all of us, all the participants, on behalf of all the participants, I thank you very much, and I wish all of us a very, very beautiful, peaceful, long life.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. We have Kiran also. Kiran, you have been patiently listening. Would you like to add something? माइक आपको पहले थोड़ा सा
हाँ मैंने अनम्यूट किया है। नहीं सर, आपका बहुत ही अच्छा लगा। और मुझे एक पूछना था कि ओम चैंटिंग करेंगे तो ओ लंबा होना चाहिए कि म लंबा होना चाहिए?
देखिए, मेरे हिसाब से म लंबा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि म लंबा होने से आपका ऊपर में जो वाइब्रेशन होगा स्कल में वो लंबा ड्यूरेशन के लिए, और जब आप स्टार्ट करती हैं तो हवा जो है आपके पेट में होनी चाहिए, और वहां से आप उसको ब्लो करती है अंदर, और वो फिर ऊपर आता है और ऊपर जाके हिट करता है। तो अगर हमारा पर्पस है कि हमारा पीनियल ग्लैंड एक्टिवेट हो, तो वहाँ वाइब्रेशन जितना ज्यादा होगा उतना अच्छा है। और ओम चैंटिंग के साथ अगर आप प्राणायाम भी करेंगी तो भी माइंड बहुत जल्दी कंट्रोल में आता है। और ये जो ब्रेन में जो एक वाइट फ्लूइड होती है, सेरेब्रो स्पाइनल फ्लूइड बोलते हैं, ये हमारे बैकबोन में भी रहती है, ये हमारे स्पाइनल कॉलम में भी रहती है। ये जो है ना, ये पूरी गोल घूमती है। जब हम सांस अंदर लेते हैं, सांस बाहर करते हैं, तो ये पंप की तरह सांसें काम करती हैं और इस फ्लूइड को ऊपर पंप करती है। और जब ये फ्लूइड ऊपर जाती है तब ये जाके पिनियल ग्लैंड को एक्टिवेट करती है। तो जितना आपका प्राणायाम का प्रैक्टिस होगा उतना ही आपका पिनियल ग्लैंड ज्यादा एक्टिवेटेड होगा, और उतना ही आपका कंसंट्रेशन लेवल हाई होगा, क्योंकि पिनियल ग्लैंड के एक्टिवेशन से मेलाटोनिन जो सीक्रेट होता है, वो जो भी हम इफेक्ट्स देखते हैं मेडिटेशन का, कामनेस का, पीस का, बैलेंस का, वो सब मेलाटोनिन के कारण आता है। तो ये डायरेक्ट कनेक्शन है, ये एक्चुअली साइंस है, और इसको जितना आप समझ के प्रैक्टिस करेंगे उतना आपको ज्यादा बेनिफिट मिलेगा।
थैंक यू सर।
ठीक है। Chaliye, so fine then. Let's close. Thank you, everybody. See you next Sunday.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. So